Hey guys, before we get started in today's documentary, sadly I'm calling the Heinkel Hyde thing off. I know. I only did part one. It was honestly a test to see how many people would want to help me and everything, and I really just didn't get enough volunteers in the end. So I decided to call it quits, but hey, never give up. But yeah, anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below if you want to be a volunteer in the next documentary. I will put what the next documentary is going to be about in the description down below, so be sure to take a read. Anyways, I'll see you guys when I am in the documentary. Hello, and welcome to today's documentary. Today, we look at not only the BB Iowa, the king of the North Pacific Ocean, and the Essex-class carrier, and the SS Gato, a little shark, but we look at the IJN powerhouse, the Grand BB Yamamoto, king of the seas, as most sailors say, joined up by the Shokaku, a gigantic carrier, and a Agano, a baby that has been recently born. Today, these two tussle it out in the sea of monsters. The BB Iowa. Not many people know of how this thing came into existence. Many people say that it started out as a tiny ship, but through nuclear radiation, grew to be a gigantic, over 12-ton, gigantic ship. Others say that it just came into this world as a god of destruction to punish those who disobeyed the Lord's offerings, or the Lord's will. However, it stays vague on how this thing came into existence. The BB Iowa, well, we're looking at the Yamamoto, but the BB Iowa is also what some people call a multi-purpose battleship, because, as you see, this possesses airplanes. These airplanes are actually parasites. However, they're not your average tapeworm or tick-type parasite. No, they're actually helpful parasites. See, whenever a multi-purpose ship is born, then through time, it'll actually grow its own parasites. However, these parasites will eventually grow up and get their own sentient mind. They're usually used for reconnaissance or sometimes even bombing missions. However, it looks like these ones are still in development. They look like they may possibly be fighters. Anyways, this is it. The Iowa readies up a shot, preparing to fire and destroy the Yamamoto, showing it and every other ship in the seas that it is a true king. It readies up, it aims all of its guns for a broadside, and it fires. It gets one lucky hit off. However, the Yamamoto just laughs as it easily... okay. As it easily shrugs off this one minuscule hit. As you see, the Yamamoto has the same type of multi-purpose ship ability as the Iowa. Next off, we see the Essex. The Essex is a gigantic carrier, being able to hold over 150 airplanes. Yes, sirree. Most of these airplanes are actually hidden down below in the undersection. These airplanes that we're seeing right now are the airplanes that it's going to be using. It prepares a torpedo strike. But first, it analyzes the situation. seeing what the best possible route to attack is. You see, carriers have a natural-born tactical ability, allowing it to see what the best option of attack is. It sees a Shokaku-class Japanese carrier. It knows that it will be a very, very deadly ship if it gets its planes in the air. So to stop it, it sends in an equally powerful aircraft carrying a 2,000-pound bomb. It drops right on the deck where the airplanes are, and the flight operations are suspended. The Shokaku took a little bit more pain and sadly cannot shrug off this hit, as now its deck is on fire. The sad thing about Japanese carriers is that they're delicate creatures. Its deck is made out of wood so that its planes can have a more comfortable landing. However, if a fire starts, it's gonna last for a while. Now the SS Gato makes its move. The SS Gato is one sneaky dink, and little does the fleet know that there is a third ship in the area. It fires its torpedo. These torpedoes can be lethal. Suddenly, out of nowhere, boom, an explosion happens. Every one of the ships start freaking out as they have no idea what just happened. Whatever happened, the Agano has little chance of survival left. However, now it's the Yamato's turn. Seeing his own son get bullied like that and absolutely beaten up, I mean, you can't blame the thing. It now goes all out aggressive and attacks the Iowa, knowing that he is the one responsible for this mess. He now lines up his shots, needing to be perfectly accurate. A full-on broadside from a Yamato can take down a heavy frigate. However, this is a heavy battleship. All 3 shots hit, doing critical damage to the Iowa. However, the Iowa knows that it must persevere and takes the hit like a true battleship would. Now it's Yagano's turn. Though it is fatally bruised, it has one thing up its sleeve: an Oka. No one knows what the Oka really is, but now we see. It goes in quickly, no one suspecting a thing. Suddenly, flak opens up, however, the Oka gets down and boom, completely blows it up. Suddenly, the Essex is sinking fastly and without mercy. Yes, sirree, the Oka is one merciless jet, going so far as to kamikaze into its enemies just to kill it. Sadly, the Essex has went down. This beast has now just became a relic of the past. The Agano is heavily bruised. However, he gets a sight on this Gato. He prepares to line up as the Essex sadly goes down in fire. The Agano has to line up a perfect shot. However, this task isn't easy. Okay. The Agano knows that it has to just wing it and gets closest to where it can. You see, because of the attack, the Agano's having problems accurately hitting the Gato. This punishes it severely. Now, it's the Iowa's turn. The Iowa little did the Japanese fleet know that the Iowa did some genetic dealings. An atomic bomb. It has never been seen in public, But this thing is one of the most devastating bombs ever, dropped by a B-29 super fortress. It is time. It goes in. The Iowa knows that it can't power through all the shots. So he focuses on the one main bruiser, the one who caused it all, the one that sank the Great Essex, the Yamamoto. And just like that, the Yamamoto sinks. With no remorse whatsoever, going down almost as fast as the Essex. The Yamamoto, screaming in pain, tries to recover, but it cannot. The fire is too great. The shockwaves damage all the other ships as well. The Gato decides to do one more crack at the Agano. The Agano knows its fate, but it knows that it's dying along with its father. And just like that, it goes up in flames, sinking down to the depths of the sea like the Yamamoto. The carrier knows that it can't fire any of its planes. Because of this, it'll have to make one last attempt. It can't fire. It can't do anything. It prepares for a ram. The Iowa knows this and quickly gets all broadside guns on it. Though the Iowa is heavily damaged, its guns still remain somewhat intact. He lines up for the shot, and he fires. Two of the shells hit him. Or no, wait, make that one. And the Shokaku is now struggling to even stay afloat, as it tries not to capsize. Meanwhile, the Yamamoto goes down in its final act of glory, sinking to the bottomless depths of the ocean. Meanwhile, the Gato goes in with the submarine torpedo. It doesn't know whether or not it'll hit. Besides, these torpedoes don't contain a lot of fuel. And just like that, it goes out. The flight deck, sadly, is out of commission. Now, the Iowa, with its only feeling being blood-curdling rage and pain, now goes in for the finisher with high explosive shells. This will be it. This will be the damage dealer. This will be the ultimate finisher. It lines up, and it fires. They hit, and it hits its Shokaku badly. But the Shokaku is still living on. This beast is just as hard to kill as the Yamamoto. However, the SS Gato grows ever closer, firing another torpedo. It goes in, though the chances of it hitting is very slim. This has been a battle of the ages. However, the Shokaku knows that it's dead. It prepares to turn around and prepares to go in for one final strategy. However, the Iowa prepares to finish this thing off. It lines up its hopefully final shots. And it fires another volley. Two of them hit, and just like that, it went up in flames. Sadly, not even the Shokaku can keep up with this much pain, and eventually sinks to the murky depths below like its brethren. This has been a brutal fight. However, the battle has been won. The Gato decides to move up to the surface, and then the Iowa decides to move in. It, too, does nothing. He knows that he has done his job, and now the Grand Shokaku has breathed its last, going down in a pit of flames, scars and bruises everywhere. Today has been a sad day for both sides. The Iowa has lost the Grand Essex. The two are like brothers. However, because of that, the IJN had suffered the ultimate cost, with their Shokaku going down. Its screams of pain travels all across the Pacific and Atlantic. Because of this, the ships now know who the true king of the oceans is. 'Tis not the Yamamoto, but the Iowa. It took a beating, but in the end, it made it through. I hope you enjoyed today's documentary.